Put this on medium to high heat.
You mean speed before anyone's like, you said heat.
Oh, excuse me, speed. And you want to blend this for about 3 to 4 minutes on medium-high heat, and then we'll transfer it over to our piping bag.
You totally just said heat again.
Again.
Hello and welcome to WTF, where we help you transform food in your kitchen. I'm Janie.
And I'm Roman.
And on this channel, we like to talk about unique ingredients, techniques, and show you new recipes for your kitchen. This week, we are doing a perfect fall dessert. It's going to be a poached apple that's reminiscent of a deconstructed apple pie of sorts. I love it. I can't wait to taste it. There's a foam that goes with it, but we didn't want to put it on right now.
Not yet.
So Roman's going to walk you step by step on how do you make this delicious fall dessert that is also very price effective, and yet it's going to dazzle everybody who has it. Okay, let's go straight into how do you make this. There's a couple of steps. Where do we start?
All right, first we're going to start with poaching the apples. We are going to sous vide it. So we have our apple that I already peeled and cored, and that's going to go into our sous vide bag.
Okay, any apple or
I'm
specific
using
apple?
gala apples because I like how crisp they are. And they lend to better poaching than any other apple. That one and Granny Smith's.
Okay.
But I'm going to use galas because I really like galas.
Cool.
I have a little bit of vanilla.
All right, looks like some fresh vanilla.
Yep. And so we're going to get that in there. I'm just going to like put it on all over the apple. And we are going to vacuum seal it in our Avid Armor Ultra Series X. All right, now that we have our apple sealed up, we're going to sous vide it at 84 Celsius for a half an hour. Okay, so while our apple is poaching in the sous vide bath, we're going to go ahead and start our apple pie puree.
Cool.
We'll start out with some butter, into a hot pan. So I have this at about a medium-high heat. Just going to coat the bottom with that, and I'm going to get those apples right in there. So you want to saute these for about 2 to 3 minutes, 4 sometimes. You don't want to really get it too soft because all the work is going to be done in the oven.
Oh, all right.
So you kind of just want to coat it and make sure that the butter is coating the entire apple.
So is there any like apple spices that we typically see in this, or this is pure apple?
Nope, this is going to be pure apple. This is the epitome of fall, so we don't really need to add anything extra. It's going to have a bunch of different components that come together and give it the flavor.
All right. And are these also galas, or do you recommend doing like different apples for different things?
I use. I normally, if I'm going to do an apple dessert or any kind of dessert, I usually stick to one apple or one fruit or whatever I'm going to use, and then I just try to change up the profile of it flavor-wise.
Okay. Listen. If you're going apple picking, this is what you can do with your peck of apples.
All right, that's about as much as we're going to go. We're going to go into the oven at 450 degrees for 30 minutes.
So we have these incredibly fragrant roasted apples ready to go to turn into a beautiful apple puree. But before Roman gets to it, I want to remind you to subscribe, and like, and comment, because on this channel we're doing recipes that I don't see anybody else doing. So if you want to see more of that, show the algorithm that's what you want to see, and that way we'll keep it coming. If there's anything you want to see us do here in the test kitchen, just leave it in the comments below, and we'll definitely take a look at it because we're always looking for new recipes to try out. All right, so we got our roasted apples. They're beautifully caramelized. What do we do next?
All right, so next process is to blend all the ingredients together. So like you said, we do have the beautifully caramelized apples. We're going to go ahead and get that into the blender. All the butter and everything, all the goodness in there. And we have some coconut dulce de leche. We have this is a vinegar and sugar reduction.
I was wondering what it is because I could smell the vinegar.
This adds a great bit of acidity to it.
Yeah, interesting because you don't think vinegar.
Exactly. Oh, apple cider vinegar, by the way.
Oh, I mean, that makes sense.
We have our milk, whole milk, our apple juice, and a combination of salt and citric acid.
Sounds like you need a little bit of acidity to keep that puree from being like too cloyingly sweet.
Exactly.
Okay.
So you put it at medium to high speed for 3 to 4 minutes. And we're going to slowly bring it up so we don't have stuff all over the place. And the finishing touches are making the milk foam. So we have our milk, we have our combination of sugar, xanthan, iota, and polyglucose. And we're just gonna blend that right into our milk. So once your ingredients are blended in, all you have to do is heat it up, bring it up to 185 degrees Fahrenheit to activate the iota, put it inside your whipping siphon, charge, cool it down, and we're ready to go. Okay, now that we have all our components made, we're gonna put together this great dessert. All right, we'll start by cutting our apple. I'm gonna just square this piece off, just so that it sits nicely. Now we have some of our apple puree.
Yeah. You can't smell it. It smells incredible in here. It smells like apple pie, but like I think with more of a caramelized flavor. Ugh, I can't wait to taste this.
And now we'll dispense some of our milk foam. I got this little container here, so we'll just get that out there because a lot of times it'll just go all over the place. I'll just put a little bit here,
Ooh.
a little there, 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 and there. Very restaurant-y. And this right here is some pepita granola that we made. So this has a bunch of nice spices in it, and that'll give you that little bit of crunch and a little bit of different texture. Now that just, oh my God, that looks beautiful.
If you're looking for restaurant quality and desserts at home or at your restaurant, this is a great one for the fall. It's got all the flavors, it's cost effective, and it's impressive. And now we get to taste it.
All right, let's do it.
You do the honors. I'm just gonna have my fork.
All right. All right, so let's cut it.
I feel bad like ruining beautifully plated food.
It's beautiful. You have to do this.
Okay.
All right. And you want to get a little bit of all the components in there.
Oh yeah. Get some of that pepita. It's so good.
What I love about this dessert is you have the apples, but you have all the different textures of the apple. You have the puree, you have the poached, and it kind of plays on each other. Then you have the milk foam, and then the crunchiness of the granola just takes it to another level. It has all the components. Everything is there.
It's perfectly fall, but clean, balanced flavors. So good. Everyone's gonna enjoy this.
I love this
There's
dessert.
it's not too sweet. It's not too like.
Nope.
The apples isn't mushy at all.
No, it's perfectly
This is cooked
balanced.
perfectly.
Perfectly
Get the
balanced.
recipe in the links in the description below. And until next week, from here in the Modernist Pantry Test Kitchen, I'm Janie.
And I'm Roman.